Josh Giddey won't face charges over claims the 21-year-old had an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl.
I can't think of many circumstances where we've suspended a player based on an allegation alone.
Unable to corroborate any criminal activity, detectives have now closed the investigation.
So for those of you that have been following the storyline closely with me over the past 2 months, it seems like this is going to be the final video on this subject. Unless something substantial happens, this entire storyline comes to a close in this video. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. We're on the grind to 900,000 subscribers. I think we're 15K away. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. We made $1,100 off of a $20 entry on Prize Picks. And it wasn't just me, it was everyone that followed these picks on my Instagram story. And the best feeling is the amount of people that made money as a result of this. I mean, bam, 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 bam. My DMs were flooded, so the best part for me was seeing you guys make money as well. But we're not done yet. If you haven't signed up for Prize Picks, use my promo code microphone to double your deposit up until $100 on Prize Picks. And I give away my picks on a daily basis for free on my Instagram story and now my Snapchat story. We're having so much fun doing this. I'm so happy that I made you guys some money. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? On my birthday, which happened to have fallen on Thanksgiving this past year, I bolted away from my family's Thanksgiving table after clearly giving gratitude for the incredible subscriber base that I've accumulated, the incredible job that I have, the awesome employees that work for me, because we got breaking news on one of the most viral speculative rumors that we've seen on this channel in quite some time. There was content of Josh Giddey being floated onto social media. And well, for those of you guys that forgot, the content was pretty strange to say the least. There were these two videos of Josh Giddey talking about going back to his place with a particular girl.
What's up, man? It's Josh. Be with your beautiful sister. Good luck for your season. We're here going to Sacramento soon for a game, so all the best of luck. We're going to come up and watch you. Take care of business. What's up, my man? We're at the club. Me and my girl, gotta head back to mine.
In addition to images of Josh Giddey holding the girl, and the craziest image of all, the girl taking a selfie with Josh Giddey while Josh Giddey was nude behind her with the caption, "I just Josh Giddey," which, by the way, crazy caption either way. In my opinion, the girl definitely looked on the younger side, and as a result, this caused this story to go absolutely viral. When Josh Giddey was asked for comment on the situation, he just said this.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the question, obviously, but no, there's no further comment right now. I get the question, guys. I completely understand you guys want to know about it, but just right now, I don't have anything to say.
When Mark Daigneault, his head coach, was asked for comment on the situation, he would say this.
I'm not going to comment on anything as relates to Josh off the court.
Sure.
Sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
And things would really escalate when Josh, on top of this, there were so many different types of theories as to what went on. Some people thought that they were in a long-term relationship. Some people thought that they just met for one night and Josh Giddey may have been lied to. There were videos of Josh Giddey at a club, which is obviously going to be over the age of 18, with said woman. Some people thought it was two different women altogether. At the very end of the day, and I wanted to place a point of emphasis, all of this information was highly speculative, and a lot of them were just theories, because for the most part throughout this entire situation, we were left in the dark as to what was actually happening. At the end of the day, Josh Giddey was also born in Melbourne, Australia, where the age of consent was 16, and he plays for the OKC Thunder, where the age of consent is 16. At the same time, people were saying,
well, this woman was from Newport Beach. What is he doing with a girl from Newport Beach?
So, as a result of all of these what-if scenarios, the NBA announced that they were launching an official investigation, and shortly after, we would find out that Newport Beach PD is going to be investigating the allegations surrounding Josh Giddey to confirm the validity of the claims and if any laws were broken. Once we found this out, there was only one piece of information that we were given before the story would go dark altogether. And I would say this piece of information was when things started to trend in a different direction. At the end of November, we found out that the alleged girl in this situation and her family wouldn't cooperate after a police inquiry. So the report went like this. The Newport Beach Beach PD released a statement on the investigation saying officials are actively seeking more information and pursuing all leads and evidence to get the facts of the case. NBPD says the investigation remains active and is working to conduct a fair and thorough process. The inquiry into whether OKC Thunder guard Josh Giddey had an inappropriate relationship with a minor has hit a roadblock. TMZ Sports has learned the alleged teen and her family are refusing to cooperate with officials. Law enforcement sources tell us police would obviously like to speak with the purported female and those close to her to gather more information regarding the social media claims that made rounds over the weekend. But as of right now, no one is talking. This is a significant component to the whole situation, as a lack of cooperation will make it much more challenging for officials to determine whether any laws were broken. Now, on top of this, the NBA said that they're looking into the matter, but the moment that the Newport Beach PD got involved, they kind of took a step back.
Josh Giddey, he's currently being investigated by both the NBA, the league, and the Newport Beach police for an alleged improper relationship with an underage girl. I wanted to ask you where that investigation stands and why the decision was made that he could continue to play for OKC while both of those investigations were going on.
I think if you look back, I can't think of many circumstances where we've suspended a player based on an allegation alone. And in this case, so we have an allegation, and then you have a police investigation and a parallel league investigation. I'd always also add that where there is a criminal investigation, we take a back seat. And so you have an allegation, you have an ongoing criminal investigation, that impacts how the players and the Players Association can work with us, because of course the player needs to protect his rights. So I'm not going to say never ever, but I think this is the path we've consistently followed in the path. There's an ongoing criminal investigation. Newport Police opened up that investigation, notified us. We then take a back seat, and that's where things currently stand.
And when this information came out, we were all wondering one thing. Why? Why wouldn't this young girl cooperate with this investigation? There are two explanations as to why this woman wouldn't cooperate with this investigation. The first being she may have been paid off. And again, these are just my own highly speculated theories. It's nothing definitive. It's not like this information is actually out there. But the other reason is because this information can ruin her life. And when you're a girl that's 16 or 17, I don't know the official age of the girl as it stands today, you have so much more life to live. You don't want to live the rest of your life being known as the girl that got involved with Josh Giddey in an improper relationship. Even if it did happen, it's significantly easier to move forward with your life thinking,
oh yeah, I slept with a basketball player once when I was younger,
as opposed to creating this gigantic media storm trying to take down Josh Giddey and forever being known as the woman that Josh Giddey had an improper relationship with. Even though you can make a legitimate argument that she's the victim. And historically, there were women in these types of situations that had their lives ruined for being involved in similar types of improper relationships. The most famous one that I could think of is obviously former President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. Every time you think of the name Monica Lewinsky, you would think,
oh, that's the person that was involved with Bill Clinton while he was married to Hillary Clinton while he was in office.
So I'm assuming that this girl was trying to avoid another situation like that. And to be honest, that's fair. At the end of the day, if you had to choose between trying to incarcerate Josh Giddey or trying to get a lot of money out of Josh Giddey, but forever having your name synonymous with Josh Giddey and that one moment in your life for the rest of your life, then obviously I could understand why you would choose your privacy in this particular instance. And the reason why this is so significant is this would be the one moment that completely altered the investigation. And I'm sure at this point, if you've been following along, you know where this is going. On January 17th, 2024, we got an exclusive report saying that Josh Giddey won't face charges in underage relationship investigation. So according to this report, Oklahoma City Thunder guard Josh Giddey will not face charges stemming from a police investigation into whether he had an improper relationship with an underage girl, TMZ Sports has learned. Newport Beach PD tells us the case, which was launched back in November, that it is officially closed after officials found no corroborating evidence. In other words, no one involved was willing to talk, and 21-year-old Giddey is in the clear. As we previously reported, Giddey was the center of serious allegations made on social media during Thanksgiving weekend, with photos and videos showing him interacting with a girl who was believed to be a high school junior at the time. The NBA looked into the claims at the time, but once Newport PD got involved, Adam Silver said it would take a backseat and let law enforcement do its thing. Our sources told us at the time that the minor and her family were unwilling to cooperate with investigators, which was a major roadblock in the process. We were also told that the minor even lawyered up with the prominent attorney, Gloria Allred, which we do to have a statement from. Giddey, who has not publicly addressed the allegations, has continued to play for the Thunder throughout the probe and has faced jeers from opposing fans on numerous occasions.
Bear, who's been one of the best shot blockers in the NBA over the last half-decade or so.
The minor's attorney, Gloria Allred, told TMZ Sports that it does not surprise me that law enforcement would close their investigation since our client, who is a minor, and her parents have chosen not to speak to law enforcement to protect their privacy. At the end of the day, I could 100% understand why they would take that path. Like I said earlier, this is something that could completely ruin her life. They could be hanging over her head for the rest of her life. 20 years down the line, she could be interviewed as the girl that Josh Giddey had an improper relationship with, if the allegations are true, of course. But at the end of the day, she made her decision, and that's that she didn't want to pursue this any further. Did Josh Giddey actually have an improper relationship with the minor? Well, there are multiple theories out there, none of which will ever be confirmed. He could have met her one night at a club, and they could have had an improper one-night stand. He could have been in a long-term relationship with her, but they could have kept it under wraps. There's so many things that could have happened, but none of that matters anymore, because at the end of the day, the minor and her family are choosing not to pursue this any further. And at the end of the day, we have no choice but to respect that. If this is the decision that she wants to make for herself moving forward, then I could understand why she would make such a decision. Now, I thought this would be the end to this saga. I thought we could finally move on with our lives. After all, the NBA said that they were going to take a backseat in this investigation, as they said on ESPN about a month ago. But the moment that this investigation concluded, the NBA said, screw taking the backseat, we're back in and we're going to conduct our own investigation. So check this out. Josh Giddey might be in the clear legally, but he still is under his employer's microscope. The NBA's review into claims that he had an improper relationship with a minor remains ongoing, TMZ Sports has learned. Sources tell us nothing has changed as far as the association is concerned, despite Newport Beach PD recently closing its investigation with the 21-year-old OKC Thunder guard being charged. So Adam Silver said in December that they were going to take a back seat, but the moment that they found out that there were going to be no charges levied against Josh Giddey, they decided to take the driver's wheel back, and they're going to be conducting their own investigation. So I guess I lied to you in the beginning of this video. If something significant does happen to Josh Giddey, we'll bring you another video on this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. What do you think about the conclusion of all this? Do you believe a particular scenario occurred? Do you feel like Josh Giddey should be punished in some way? I like to hear what you have to say. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.